Hi everyone, so today I thought of sharing my another research work, which although is a very basic analysis of an email network, I hope that many of you will find this video useful. One reason why I'm making this video is because I don't see much resourceful videos relating to an email network analysis, and speaking from my personal experience, when I first tried my hands on email networks, I was pretty lost because like I said, there was not much of resourceful videos neither in the internet or in the YouTube. So here's hoping that you will enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it. So before starting the analysis, I would like to give a brief background of the Enron Corporation, whose email dataset we will be analyzing later. So Enron Corporation was an energy and commodity services company based in Houston, Texas. It began its business in 1985 and it grew to be one of the largest, in fact one of the 10 largest companies in the United States, achieving a stock price of $90.75 in the mid-2000s. By November 2001, however, its stock price had fallen to $1 a share, and on December 2, 2001, the Enron company had filed for bankruptcy, which prompted investigations by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission then. As a result, Enron's fraudulent practices became a matter of public record, and it brought corporate accounting and auditing practices into question. Although most of the executive employees of Enron had nothing to do with this scandal, but then their email records became a matter of public record when the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission released them as a part of its investigation. Therefore, as one of the few resources of the real email data available in the public domain, the Enron Email Archive and its network represent a substantial opportunity for research in text analytics, online communications, and machine learning. And if you'd like to know more details about the Enron scandal, I would highly recommend watching a documentary called The Smartest Guys in the Room. It is freely available in the YouTube, and if you have a Netflix account, then it's also available in the Netflix. So getting back to our main objective here, which is analyzing the Enron email corpus, I'd like to tell you that the data that I've used here is only a small subset of the Enron email network, and like I have mentioned over here, the data was parsed using a parser written in Python programming language. I've also mentioned the data source here. If you'd like to download download a copy of the Enron email dataset, then it's available in this link here. So even if the small dataset accurately reflects the actual email patterns, this figure over here is imperfect in that it emphasizes many individuals apart from Tim Belden over here who were not accused of illegal activities. Furthermore, many of those found guilty of crimes are not included in this graph at all, perhaps because they recognize the liability of using email for sensitive communication, or perhaps because of the limitations of the dataset that I've used here, because like I said, this is only a small subset of the Enron email archive. So clearly reading the content of the messages is of equal importance. However, viewing this network over here can help identify individuals and messages of interest. So once an individual is known to be involved, the email mining is an effective way to identify people with whom the suspect frequently interacts. For example, this figure over here shows a strong connection from Tim Belden to John Shelk over here. If you can follow the cursor over here, then John Shelk is over here and Tim Belden over here, and the graph here shows a strong connection between John Shelk and Tim Belden. And the strong connection between Tim Belden and John Shelk is also explained by the fact that John Shelk often had to report, or he almost had to report every congressional meetings to Tim Belden. Although John Shelk, he received rarely any replies from Tim Belden over his reports. So, although it was more like a one-way communication between Tim Belden and John Shelk, but they shared a very strong connection given the number of email exchanges we can see in the Enron email archive. So while analyzing an email network, it is important to consider the keywords used in the email content. Also, the number of emails sent, received, or exchanged between two individuals can tell us much about the kind of relationship they shared in the given network. Also, the email addresses an individual use can tell us or can help us differentiate the type of relationship shared between two individuals. For example, The relationship shared between abc@enron.com and xyz@enron.com will most likely be different than the relationship shared between abc@enron.com and xyz@hotmail.com. Also, two employees exchanging emails from the same organizational mailing address or the same organizational mailing domain will have a higher degree of trust than two employees using different organizational mailing domains. Similarly, whether an individual directly sends an email to someone or CCs an email to someone or forwards an email to someone speaks a lot about the kind of relationship they shared. For example, a from to relationship indicates a direct communication between the two people, while a from CC and BCC email indicates a potential weaker tie where a person may simply be informed about the status of work and nothing else. Finally, the other way to look at the email analysis is to consider the structure of a graph, like the one over here. So, if you consider this graph over here, you will notice that the red community is extensively involved in email exchanges than any other communities as presented by this network graph. So with that, this basically concludes my basic version of an email network analysis. I hope this video was able to provide you with some basics of email network analysis, and next time when you encounter any kind of assignments relating to email network analysis, I hope this video will be much useful to you. So if you have any questions, please drop your question in the comment box below, and thank you for watching this video.